Good morning everybody, it's Sunday here and I've just been playing around with this book cover again. I divided some things out of that little pot that I have on my desk here. I just took things in the colour, it's probably, oh okay that's it, in the colours that I thought would go with this. So I have buttons and paper pieces there. I have beads and little rhinestone pieces in here, and these are just like odds and ends that I've got. I also have the little box of things here, and I've started placing things around. I've butterfly, the flower, lace, buttons and things, that little fleur-de-lis, there's a flower. That's that piece of wadding. I've just sewn some lace onto that. And I'm just playing really where I'm going to be putting things. I've still got my lace scraps here. I might put that. That's just a bit of fabric cut off a garment. I might put that. I like to see the stitching, so I might just put that there. Like that, and put these here somehow. This will probably change a little bit because I won't remember where I've put it. There we go. Something like that perhaps. And of course there's these two, I think they're buttons, stuck in here actually. Goodness. The buttons, very kind of sparkly. I could have those on the centre of that flower there. Or is that a bit dark? That might be a bit dark. I do have some darker pieces of metal which I'm happy to use. And I will be using like, there's a couple of these rhinestones in here as well. But that might be a bit dark, to be honest, so maybe not that. I'll put that back in there. No, I won't put it back in. I'll take them out of there. That's like sticky tape, actually. Okay. So maybe not those. What else? Well, we could use a couple more of these. These buttons out of here, I really like those. Maybe I can put those in the centre. Remember, I'm trying to use the scraps that I've got in various places, so that might work out better there. Lots of little rhinestone pieces and crystals in here, little pretty crystals. There's also that. So that's where I'm up to. There were a couple of earring backs in the little pot as well, and the other day I was mucking around making a paper bead, the first kind of, well, it's not the first paper bead I've attempted, but it's the first using this new way of doing it. And I've made this little contraption, and that is courtesy of Shannon Green. I was watching one of her videos a few weeks ago, and all you do is you've got a skewer, you split the skewer carefully at one end, and I don't have a piece of paper. Do I have a piece of paper? What's that? I can use that. No? Oh, hang on, I'll use that. Okay, we've got a piece of fabric, so put the fabric, pretending of course this is paper, put the paper in the slit like that, and you twist it around your paper bead or your paper. Of course usually you angle the paper until it's ready, glue it into position of course, and then this bigger bead pushes the bead off the end of the skewer like that, and that works really well. So this is the first bead I made using that, and it was just out of a scrap of paper. So I thought I might use that since it's on my desk, and I might put these little earring caps at each end of it. But I don't know about that yet, so we'll see about that. But that's where I'm up to. I feel like I want to add some more, but I'll be doing some beading as well. So all this is going to be stitched on. Maybe the fleur-de-lis. Oh yeah, I could probably, oh no, there's no hole there. The fleur-de-lis may be glued on. We'll see. I have these little shell bits here that I'll put on, but I'm kind of going to space those because I want to see this lovely lace behind there as well. Trying not to cover everything up. That, put some beading around here. Might need something over here. Like I feel this needs something there. I've still got this little bit of that, but that might be nice just on a page somewhere. I don't know what's going to go there. I feel like it needs something there. Unless I just, oh, what's that? Oh, that's that, isn't it? Unless I just get the white. Keep all my smaller doilies in these containers. Oh, that was going to go up there, wasn't it? Oh, it's a bit dark, that one, I think. Maybe not that one. Are these just as dark? Oh, there's some lighter common ones. I call these the common ones because they're quite easy to come by, aren't they? That might be nice just added there. Just to sort of break that great expanse up a little bit. That might be nice. Yeah, I think I'll put that there. And although it's not a scrap, I think that it's alright. It still needs using, doesn't it? Put that in the centre too. Maybe. Just to add a little bit on top. Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of things I could use in this room, but I really am trying to stick to using the scraps that I have. Put one of those there. And put some beading on it or something, perhaps. Put that there, maybe. Is that? That's not even stitched down yet either, is it? Maybe that can go up like that. Yeah, put that up like that. What else do we have here? I've got these little flowers, they're pretty, aren't they? But I can add those last. What, love hearts? I think they might be a bit not so good. No. Okay, well that's a lot to start with anyway. I could do something on this. I've got cheesecloth too. I could stitch like some of that in there. That might be nice. Just stitch some of that in there with a zigzag stitch. Okay. Yeah, that could work now right there. Yeah, so most of this will be hand stitched. So, and I have like there's a couple of little things that were in there as well. There's a little zipper closure there as well. What's that? It's a bead. So whether I use them on the cover or whether I use them inside, I don't know yet. Maybe that could go there. Trying not to see, that's, although it's beautiful, it's quite thick. It's got a long glass shank on it. So if it goes anywhere, it kind of has to go on the edge, I think. Maybe up there, so that you can still write in the book without it being too bumpy. So, okay, we could do that. All right, well, I'm going to go play around with that. I've got to sort some other things out today too. I did finish cutting the wedding dress apart yesterday. I kept some for myself, and I have 3 packs made up for a giveaway, but this afternoon I want to add some things to those packs that I have quite a lot of, and I have enough to sort of share out to other people as well. So sometime through the week, probably Monday or Tuesday, I will put a video up for a giveaway. It will be a simple giveaway. All you need to do is leave a comment, and you'll be in the draw. So, okay, you take care, and I'll come back and show you what this looks like once I've stitched it on. Bye. Okay, I am back. I have beaded and stitched everything. It's a combination of mostly hand stitch. Oh no, I'd say probably a bit of both. Like these strips have been stitched on with the machine, but all the beading is done by hand and everything like that. A couple of things I glued on. I glued on the fleur-de-lis, and I actually glued these bigger buttons on as well because they have a shank. Okay, their shank is, it's like this one. It's quite tall, as you can see. See how it comes out so much, and I didn't want that, so I bent it over and I just glued those on because it would have been sitting up far too high, and I didn't want it too high at all. So there we go. I did make a piece for the spine. I haven't decorated that. I think I will leave it like that because I might put like a dangle or something like that there. If I do want to decorate it, I can always just stitch up a piece of fabric or something and glue it on afterwards, but I'm just not sure so far. So I've done a base and I can work it out as I go along. So the first thing I'm going to do now is to connect the spine. Where's my spine gone? It's here somewhere. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so here's my spine, and all that is 2 pieces of cardboard bent in a curved, you can see it's slightly curved like that. I've glued them together, and then I've put double-sided tape all over that side there, and that will be connected right there in the center like that. So that's what I'm going to do. I decided to go with double-sided tape, but I may add a little bit of glue as well, some fabric glue. So I'm just going to take all the little bits off now. And this double-sided tape is pretty strong. Yep. Yeah, we'll have to put a bit of glue on that one. Oh, look at that. That doesn't want to come off, that last one, does it? Why is that? Let's see if I can get it off. There we go. I'll have to add a bit of glue to that. And of course I'm using the Helmar fabric glue. And I've got my fan going to keep the air circulated, which is always important when you're using strong glues. Just going around the edge with that. I'm sure all that double-sided tape will do a great job of holding that on. Okay, so I'm just going to, I can sort of see my stitch lines there where I want it, so I'm just going to put it like that, and then I will flip it over and make sure it looks alright. Yep, that's fine. Like that. This is my new favourite way of doing journals. It is. Okay, so that's my spine stuck on like that. I do want that to be the top, but I can tell where that is because see how that one finishes there. I've had it coming from the top, just like these two pieces as well. Now I want to stick this one onto one of my covers, and that's the same sort of thing. It's just a piece of cardboard. I do have double-sided tape on it, and I don't need fabric glue on this one because I will be stitching around the edge of it as well. So let's just see if we can see if this will do the right thing for me. Okay, that's my cover, my first one. So I'm going to flip that over, and I want to center it here, like so, about like that, I would think. So now I'm going to flip it over and press it down like that. Oh, I got that a bit close, didn't I? I should have had it over a bit more. I think there we go. That's the beauty of fabric. You can pull it. I can put a bit of fabric glue under there because I just pulled that up. You can stretch it over. Lovely idea with fabric. Okay. I will be stitching around the edges of it as well, so I'm not too concerned about that. That needs trimming a bit, but I do that after. That will go there like that. And now we need to put this back on. And I want this side flush. Yep, that's fine. There. So I've got that on, because that goes up to there, and that goes up to there like that. Okay. And now I've got to get that on there, like that. Okay, what am I going to use to stick that on? It's just, can't have it exactly up against it because I need to be able to bend the book. So I will put some double-sided tape and some glue on it as well, I think. Yeah. Alright, well I'll put some double-sided tape there, and then I'll also glue it, and what I'm doing is I'm lining that up, and there's the edge of the spine there. I'm just kind of sitting it next to it, so it's got probably a little bit more than the thickness of the actual cover, a gap, and then I'll be back. So I'll just show you, this is the part that's going next to the spine. You might be able to see I've got double-sided tape. I've just taken the coating off it, and I'm just putting a little bit of this fabric glue in between that as well. Not a lot, just to stop it from coming up, and across the top and bottom. And then I'm going to make sure you get your top and bottom equal. The spine and the page, they have to be like at the same height. So like that. The fabric isn't quite straight, so that should be fine. That closes and opens just fine, like that. So we have that, like that, and that, once that's dry, will be our outside cover, and then I make an inside cover for these two. I don't know what I'm going to be using. It'll be out of the bag of scraps that I've got here. So I'll have to find something in here that's big enough. Maybe it could be paper. Will it be paper? I don't know if it'll be paper. Maybe it will. Maybe not. I don't think I have anything big enough in there. Maybe I'll have to get something. I've got this lovely lace here. Look. Got that. I could use that. It's beautiful, isn't it? What's that? That's a piece of silk. Almost a crime to cover silk up, isn't it? Plus a glue. If I use glue, it will show through the silk. It doesn't have to be, if I use this lovely lace, it can be something very, very plain. So I can perhaps find something. Let's see if this is big enough first. Just has to go like that. And then another piece, so it will have to have something under it to cover that. Maybe I could use some paper. Let's commit to this, shall we? This is an old dress that I cut up quite some time ago. Alright, and the same approximately like that. Kind of want it so that it there, like that, so I can stitch around it, but I don't want a lot of excess at all. So okay, there, and about there. That will be covered. This part won't be going on until I insert the signatures, because it's going to be a hollow spine, so part of it will lay under this. So I'm going to put those to one side, and for the time being my cover is finished. That is the outer cover finished with all the scraps. I hope you like it. It's the front. And then that is the back. I still have to put the label on there, but I will glue that on at the end. I have to print something out. I didn't make the back as decorated as the front. That's actually stretchy, that rhinestone trim. See how it stretches? So it was a bit weird to sew on, but it's actually stretchy. So that's the outside cover, and of course down the center here I can add something when I finish the actual journal. So I hope you enjoyed this particular video. The next part will be putting the signatures together. As you know, or some of you may know, I found some signatures that I'd worked on some time ago, and so I'm going to get those organized and put together to go into this particular journal. And hopefully by the end of the week we'll have a journal done. Okay, take care everybody. I hope you had a lovely weekend. Bye.